I just soloed a Dynamax Moltres battle, and let me tell you, it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. You see, I've done hundreds of attempts, and I got close 6 times just to get unfortunately destroyed by RNG at the very end. Literally, within just a couple seconds, I would have won, but because of an error on my part or in the game, I just couldn't do it. But I just did it a couple minutes ago, and I'm gonna show you how I did it. And this is the successful run. I'm glad I recorded it. I'm glad that the phone actually decided to do it. But as you can see here, it says that we have an attack bonus of 3 gloves. Basically, how this works is if it's 1 glove, it's 5%, 2 gloves is 10%, 3 gloves is 15%, and then obviously it would be 20. So a maximum you can get is a 20% attack bonus. Let's hit play, get rid of that. But yeah, it's imperative to have this. You don't super need it. I got really close a few times when it only had 1 boxing glove, and I got 1 time close when it had 0. But this is our team right here. Let me just pause real quick. We have 2 Excadrills, both level 50, and they have Rock Slide, and they also have Metal Claws, their fast move. Metal Claw gives you a lot of energy fast, and the Rock Slides are very good because, as you can see, Moltres is a fire and flying type Pokemon. So Rock does even more damage because it's super effective against flying and fire, so it all adds up and it does a good chunk. And as you can see, I do have a Max Mushroom going as well. That is also very crucial for this. But anyways, let's hit play, let's get back into it, and this is the beginning. Now you'll notice after it's done doing its little animation and stuff, there is something here that you'll see right here. It says we're boosted by 9 Pokemon in the spot. That's the attack bonus, but it also says Moltres is preparing a large attack. When that happens, you actually have a little bit more time to gain energy. You can usually get 2 Rock Slides at this point before it uses it, and what you want to see is either Sky Attack or Ancient Power, and we got very lucky and it says Ancient Power. And also we got lucky that it keeps wanting to use it. It keeps saying that there's going to be another large attack. Anytime it throws a charge move like that and it doesn't say a large attack is incoming, you know for a fact that a targeted attack will be coming right after that. As you can see, I used the Rock Slide. They didn't say anything about using a large attack. This means it will be targeted, and as you can see with these lines here, that means we have to dodge as much as possible. And thankfully it is Sky Attack, but sadly it is also Sky Attack, which does a bit more damage. But if it was a fire move or anything like that, we would be completely gone. But what I decided to do here is get that bubble so that we don't actually get hit, because if we got hit there, we would have lost an Excadrill, and we don't want that. But then we have our Gigantamax Kingler in here, and this does the primary amount of damage. Now, I know you could use Toxicity. I know a lot of people said that, and what would be preferable is if we had a Rock type. If we had a Rock type, this would be so much easier, but unfortunately, we do not have a Gigantamax Rock type in the game at this current time, or at least even a Dynamax Pokemon with a Rock type fast move. We don't have anything like that. But immediately afterwards, I switch into my Excadrill, and then I throw the Rock Slide, but what I know is gonna happen is we're gonna get targeted. Might as well get hit with, you know, this Excadrill that has more HP. It's not gonna faint out, and it says there's a large attack incoming, which means I know that this one right here, once I switch back in, will be able to tank that hit, and it'll be in the red. It's pretty much gone, but there we go. And what I decide to do here is actually gain some more energy, throw the Rock Slide, and then immediately switch into this Excadrill because I know that this one can survive. I'm basically using the other one as a Sky Attack shield. But there we go, we have another large attack incoming, so we're just gonna keep getting these bubbles, we're gonna keep throwing the Rock Slides, and we're gonna throw as much as possible. And thankfully, we do get lucky here, and the Metal Claws get the energy before the attack lands on us, which means we don't get any damage. That is also something that you kinda try to do. It all really comes down to RNG in the end of the day, but if you can get lucky, it's really good for you. But obviously, we get our Kingler back in here. The Kingler does a ton of damage as it is. I think it does go into the red at this point. Let me just see here. I do believe it gets into the red at this point. Yes, it does. And then, obviously, after this, I decide to switch back into the Excadrill that's pretty much gone because it says that there isn't a large attack incoming, which means it's a Sky Attack. This thing's gonna throw some Rock Slides, get the damage out, and that Sky Attack is going to absolutely obliterate him, unfortunately. And then we go back in with this Excadrill. I know my plan here was throw a little bit, get some energy, but I know that if we dodge this, and thankfully this time it says we did, this guy can tank 1 Sky Attack, but after that Sky Attack, he is pretty much out of the races. But luckily it says there's a large attack incoming, which means I know that this Excadrill can survive this, and basically I'm just gonna get as much energy as I can, try to throw as many Rock Slides as I can, and I get super fortunate here because it says it's throwing a large attack. Though admittedly, even if it was Sky Attack, I think I would have been fine. I would know I'm gonna get the energy I need, and at this point I know that the run is good and we're going to complete it, because there we go, we lose this guy, but that's fine because we just have to bring in the Kingler, and there's a bit of a visual glitch here because I pretty much had the energy already, and once once you're in this phase, you win. Like, I can't believe I finally did it. And only in 3 Gigantamax phases. Usually I make it to 3 and then I have to do some more damage afterwards. It seems like spamming the rock slides as much as possible is really what makes this run more achievable. But yeah, as you can see, we took it down and I just could not believe that we finally freaking did it. Like, I lost my mind. My heart was racing because I've been going so hard on this. Been going so hard. Guys, I literally just soloed the Dynamax Moltres, and let me tell you, I've done hundreds of attempts trying my best to freaking do this. I feel amazing that I finally did it. It is possible. It's really hard, but it's possible. And I don't have a shiny yet, so it'd be cool, but that's not it. And a 1958. I'm literally, my hand is shaking. That's just how happy I am I did this, because let me tell you, hundreds and hundreds of attempts, and I've gotten close so many times. I can't believe I did it this way. Good luck to you if you attempt this solo. It's extremely hard and very frustrating, but if you do pull it off, it does feel extremely rewarding. But again, you need to have Ancient Power and Sky Attack. If it has any fire moves at all, you're pretty much gonna lose the run. I've gotten close, I think, twice when it had Heat Wave, but that's because it was predominantly only using Ancient Power as a targeted attack, and then the Heat Wave was the large move, and I was able to tank 1 Heat Wave with the Kingler, but you can't tank any of them with the Excadrills. The Excadrills do go away. Also, I should throw this in here real quick, you need to get lucky with RNG. Obviously, you need the right moveset, but you also need it to mostly only use Ancient Power. If it keeps spamming Sky Attack, you're not gonna do the run. It does too much damage. You need the Ancient Power to pretty much be the only thing it's mostly using. Though, as you saw, it did use a couple Sky Attacks, and we were able to account for that. But in the end of the day, you need Ancient Power to be the predominant thing it uses. And there's no way to guarantee that it's gonna be doing that. You just gotta get lucky with RNG. Luckily, you can just go to the same Moltres over and over again, because every single time you enter a Power Spot battle, the moves are different every single time. It's not set like raids. So yeah, on that note, this is gonna be the end of the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you're gonna try it. I know not a lot of you really like Dynamax battles, but if you do, this is a really fun challenge. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button for me, show me some love, and if you're really enjoying the content and you want to see even more of it, I highly suggest this video right over here. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.